Hey all, Brad from Orders from Headquarters. This is not a normal everyday I'm gonna work out in the shop. Got a few things to tell you. First off, I want to thank my wife for getting me interested in doing this YouTube. Um, for the last, I don't know, been a while. I've been having troubles with my PTSD, and I've struggled for years. I used to hide it all. I didn't tell anybody about it. In the last couple of years, my wife realized what was going on, had me go see a doc, and I talked to him. I told him about things that I didn't like, and what was happening with me, and I told him about my situation because I used to be a Marine. I'm very proud of that fact. I've seen a lot of things at a very young age, very young age. Um, but my incident actually happened after a war. I made it through Desert Storm. We were one of the first units in the Kuwait. We had a few casualties. Didn't really affect me then. And it wasn't until the day after the war that I lost half of a squad that it really hit me. And in the Marine Corps, you're always told not to talk about things, and I hid it up and I didn't let all my feelings out. And finally, it really dawned on me what my problem was. And I have this, what they call uh, guilt for survival, survivor's guilt. And it's part of my PTSD. I don't sleep well at night. I end up feeling like I'm back in combat running. And there's just a few things, the reasons why. And I'm not trying to make this about it. I don't want to get into all that. But I wanted to say that if you're a veteran, and it doesn't matter whether you're Army, Navy, Marine, Coast Guard, you know, if you're needing help, go get it. It's out there. I mean, I found that starting my woodworking project and starting this YouTube channel has let me express a lot of the things that I've really been missing in my life. I mean, I realized that my wife has been really supportive in letting me do this. I was surprised that she even brought it up because it wasn't something I really ever planned on doing. And now I'm thankful. I am truly blessed to have the things that I have. I mean, it's not that I don't struggle, and I don't want you thinking that I got it easy, because I don't. I work every day and I work hard. But that's part of my rehab. And just like woodworking is my rehab. It is my relaxation. And most people don't get that about me. If anybody that knows me from an early on in my life, whenever I've had issues, I've always taken it out on wood. I can remember my dad making me go cut wood, and we'd have these big monster oak pieces, and we sold firewood, and we collected it after tornadoes and in the worst weather. My dad was always helping people, and I could never understand why we did it, and it drove me crazy as a kid because I didn't feel like I got to have a kid's life. I was always forced to work. And when I got really mad and agitated at the world, I'd grab my maul and I'd beat some oak. I would beat it until I'd split and split and split. And I'm talking 6 foot round pieces of oak that you don't even see around nowadays. But we used to cut big trees down south, and when they'd fall from them tornadoes, and I was like, holy cow, man, there's a lot of wood in this. And I've always remembered taking my frustration out on wood, and now I get to kind of make something out of it. I remember a year ago I had a big old pine tree decide to fall on the corner of my house, and instead of taking it out on everything, I took it out on that piece of wood, man. Within 2 days I had it all slabbed up, drying out. I couldn't wait for it to dry. I turned that sucker into a table in the front living room in the middle of winter. I was like, yes, I need this table for a side table. And it was a big farmhouse table right next to where you walk in the door. My wife she's like, that thing's drying out on my floor. Nah, I didn't care. I just did it anyway. I shouldn't have, but anyway, I just wanted to put out there that if you're a vet and you're having trouble, then there's all kinds of ways to get PTSD, and being a veteran ain't the only way. But I'm just trying to reach out to some of those veterans because I had one of my good Marine friends just die, and I think this is part of it. I really think the survivor guilt, and he took his own life, and it really stinks, and it kind of hit home with me. Because not that I always figured I'd be weak. I wouldn't do it. I'd never have dreamed of it. Well, I couldn't do it. Anyway, enough said. But I, it just bugs me that it's out there, and people really need to. If you got a vet friend and they need to talk, let them talk. They always told us to be quiet and not talk about the things, and I found out through my therapy I need to open up and let people know what's going on. So I figured this is my shot. I'm gonna let you people know. You can take it for what it's worth. Love me, hate me, whatever. Don't like my channel. I'm good with that. You know, but this is about the vets out there. Let's not do that anymore, man. Don't be, if you're like my brothers, man. I don't want to lose any of my brothers. All my Marine boys are my brothers. I didn't care whether you was from Paris Island, San Diego. I don't care. You could be from Okinawa. If you're a Marine, man, my hat's off to you. And I ain't gonna say I don't like Navy guys, because I got a fond spot in my heart for them too. You know, I might give the Army dogs crud, Air Force. You know, I don't know very many of them, but hey, my hat's off to y'all. Y'all were there. If it wasn't for y'all, man, you guys lit up the sky like the 4th of July. It was awesome. I never seen so much air traffic in my life as Saudi Arabia when I was behind that radio, being a forward observer. I'm telling you, you'd enjoy it. You liked seeing that in the sky, knowing it was yours and you were protected. So, but getting back to topic, if you're suffering from anything, man, I know the horror stories of VA. You know, we got groups on Xbox. I play Xbox just to talk to my Marine buddies, and we have our own little group, and we even still play in squads. It's just like going back to combat. It's kind of fun. I miss it. You know, every now and then I get that urge just to. I loved it. So, but the PTSD is no joke, and if you're having issues, go get help. And that's all I'm gonna talk about. If y'all, like I said, take it for what it's worth. If you know a vet, thank them. Thank them greatly, because our great country depends on it. All the veterans, new, old, get them in. I mean, I really like to keep my boys out of it as much as I can. I don't want them being over in the same crap I was in. That's why I was over there, but apparently there's some bad people out there doing bad things, and can't let that happen. So, but if you're suffering, get in there and seek some help, please. I don't want to see no more of my friends die. I don't want to hear it no more, because I don't know how long I can keep it up. Anyway, Semper Fi, this is Brad from Orders from Headquarters, and I'm signing out. And I'll meet you all at my saw, because that's where I take out my frustrations. See you there.